everybody. My name is Charles Blades, and this is the Current Game Podcast. I am joined today by none other than the critically acclaimed cat mom, Cheyenne Clark. How's it going?
Oh, it's good. I'm first this time. So
Yeah. Aaron always goes first,
Yep.
and then because I always want to ask him about his big brother.
Yeah.
What do you think of Tyler, man?
Oh yeah, man. He's playing real well. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
You weren't bothered. You weren't bothered by his racist comments. Apparently.
No,
I'm just kidding. You didn't really do that.
I didn't think so.
One of them did.
Yeah, well, a few of them.
They found.
have.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's been a wacky season. It's a very out of control season. And we don't have to get into it. And then I didn't come up with a nickname for you this week. Fuck. Omarosa, David Morgan. How's it going?
Dead on my fucking feet.
Yeah.
Move in all week. New place. Me and Shane got a new apartment this week. Out couch shopping today. Couches, expensive.
Yeah.
Big purchase.
Yeah.
Couches. Which one should I pick? That's a Kanye line.
Cut us a good deal at Furniture Fair.
Did you? You were haggling with them?
Clearance. I didn't haggle. I think it was literally like the lowest price that it could have possibly been. So
You went up to him. You rubbed Cheyenne's. Like, our baby would love this couch.
No,
He
he did bring up children
kids if we
a
had
lot.
kids.
I was like,
He was like he was an older gentleman. He was very nice. You could tell he was living vicariously through us purchasing a couch.
oh, he was very excited that we were purchasing a couch together.
And I don't even think it was just an act. I think he was legit.
No, he was very excited.
But no, yeah, I've been all right. How are you doing? I haven't seen anybody in forever. I feel like because I've been.
We were here last week.
So
Right?
this whole 7-day period between these podcasts,
Yeah.
I've been very isolated. I don't have internet. Spectrum's fucked me. No internet in my house yet, and so we are just listening to.
How is that not internet life, dude? I would fucking blow my fucking brains
It's
out.
horrible.
I don't, dude. That's.
It's not fun.
I mean, I was gonna say I'd rather not have electricity than internet, but like that's not possible. But like, I would rather not have running water for a week than not have internet for a week. That's where I'm at in my life.
Well, he's got unlimited data, but I have to I want to browse the internet.
Why don't you
on
do
my
your
phone.
hotspot?
He was a little bit, but
I
then
did.
he turned it off.
We have unlimited data.
He turned it off.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking hard about how you in that frame you look funny. So why don't you pull the chair back so you're facing the nice people that are watching?
I don't want to.
But you just look like you're looking over to.
Yeah,
the
but
space.
like we're not
I
fucking.
can do that also.
We're not putting on a play here. I don't care.
This
Here
is
we
the
are.
fucking morning show.
I don't care. Yeah.
Speaking of morning shows, who's the guy on what show is it? He went off about like vets and the treatment of vets in America. Did you see that?
No.
Fuck,
What?
now I sound like a fool because nobody knows what I'm talking
You
about.
are.
Yeah, you're wilding right
Well,
now.
I'll fucking look it up. Continue. This is a video game show, so.
No,
start
tell
the
me.
timer.
Oh, it was about the fucking NFL thing.
Yes,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
yes.
dude. Weird part about that is one of the hosts on that show, who I didn't know, but he was a former Big Brother contestant, and I was like, "Is that Jeff?" And it was like, "Yeah, that's Jeff." I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's yeah.
So yeah, that was
a
I
fiery
did see
moment.
that. Yeah, fiery moment.
I
saw that.
liked
Yeah,
it.
for this random like web fucking morning show. Who cares?
Yeah.
It looks legit. I guess it wasn't like a.
Yeah, it's not fucking. I mean, it's like a
Cable
legit show.
network.
I mean, like they're trying to diversify their bonds, you know.
Yeah, man.
So, I guess let's talk about video games.
Video
There's a lot of
games.
cool news, good news week this week, shitty
Great.
news week last week. If you watched our show last week, which you probably didn't because I uploaded it way late, the one of the biggest topics we had in there was our hype list. If you guys remember the
The Yeet Index.
the Yeet
as
Index,
we've renamed it.
we renamed it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through and from bottom to top, tell you guys all of the games. I'm gonna start it off like
All
this.
right.
And then for any ties, we're just gonna have a snap like which one is higher. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Alright. So to start it off, I didn't start.
It's
the
okay. I
fucking
got it.
timer.
I got
How
it.
is this possible?
I got it.
How is this possible?
It ain't no problem.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was the lowest with a 1. Darksiders 2 was the second lowest, number 24. We had 25 games.
Okay.
24 with a 1.5. Halo Infinite was a 1.25. Halo Infinite was a 1.5. Then we have our first 4-way tie.
Oh God.
Oh.
With
goody.
Crackdown 3, Skull and Bones, Forza Horizon, and Dreams.
Okay, Crackdown 3's gotta be the lowest.
Okay.
Then I
Then
guess
Forza?
Dreams because you're so adamantly.
Okay.
I would rather put Dreams at the bottom. If
That's why I'm compromising
Sure.
with you. We'll put it second lowest, and then Forza, and then Skull and Bones. I think that is a fair.
Or no, I want to put Forza at the bottom. Is what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. I would rather have Dreams above Forza.
I'm excited. Well, then put Crackdown, Forza, Dreams,
That's what I
Skull
was
and
saying.
Bones.
Okay.
I'm the only one that's hyped for Forza,
Yeah.
so I'll take that.
We got it.
I'm alright with that.
We got it. So it's Crackdown, Dreams, Forza, Skull and Bones, or Crackdown, Forza, Dreams, Skull and Bones.
Yes,
I think,
the second one.
Sounded like you said
Cool.
the same thing.
All right, then we have another tie, a three-way tie this time between Kingdom Hearts 3, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Dragon Quest 4.
Dragon
Or
Quest.
Dragon Quest 11. Sorry,
Okay.
I fucking.
Kingdom Hearts, Tomb Raider, Dragon Quest.
Mine would go Dragon Quest, Kingdom Hearts, Tomb Raider.
Oh no.
I'll let you. I'll meet you halfway on that one. I think that is fine.
You think mine is fine? Not
I think
hers.
yours is
Okay.
fine. Because I am hyped for Dragon Quest. Honestly, Kingdom Hearts 3 could come out and just be like amazing. I'm gonna play it. Let's be real. We're gonna play it. Dragon Quest, I don't know if I ever will play.
Why
No.
not?
Yeah, Dragon Quest, I'm definitely not gonna play.
I want to, but I want to see how it does. You know, how if it's a modernized JRPG, if it's just like literally. I've heard it's just more Dragon Quest,
I'm
which
sure
is
it's
cool
gonna
for
be
me
more
because I
Dragon
have
Quest.
not played those games.
Yeah.
So,
But you're not like exactly loving that genre. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I don't know. I from my.
I need something refreshing after Octopath. I need or
and
more,
I feel like it's gonna be more similar to Octopath.
well, I need something structured with like
Okay,
with like a linear story.
Okay.
I need that. Okay.
Next up is straight up Fallout 76 was number 15. Ghost
Sure.
of Tsushima is number 14.
Okay.
Then we have another three-way tie with Devil May Cry 5, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
All right, well, we all know what's going
we
last.
can put Pokemon at the bottom.
Really? I don't want to put Pokemon at the top.
I would too, but
All right, so
if
we got
it's
two votes.
If
We
it's
can.
the collective,
I'll put Devil May Cry
Yeet
5 here. Aaron fucking didn't show up. Fuck him.
No,
dude.
I want Sekiro at the bottom,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
Devil May Cry, and then Pokemon at the
I'm
top.
fine with that.
hell yeah, okay.
That's awesome.
Activision, I don't trust them. I love From. Don't trust Activision. Said it
Then
before.
we get into the top 10 where we have a two-way tie between Gears and Resident Evil 2.
2's gotta go
Resident Evil
above.
2.
Ah, man, I'm gonna lose this
It looks,
fight.
man,
I would,
it looks so
Yeah.
good though.
I would rather. You see, they announced a $900 limited edition for it.
I
No.
did actually. It looks
Jeez.
ridiculous.
Then we have another two-way tie, and there's one definitive answer here between Anthem and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I mean, it's
All right,
it's
thank you.
closer.
Thank
It's,
you. I didn't want to have to fight you guys too hard, but
We
I was
know
gonna.
what-
you're
we
right.
know what to
I was gonna go to
expect.
the mats for that one.
We know what to
Number
expect.
6, right outside the top 5, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Damn,
Huh.
outside the top
Yeah.
5.
Wow.
And there's one reason for that. Number 5, Red Dead Redemption. Oh, these are another three-way tie.
Okay.
Is Red Dead, Last of Us Part 2, and Death Stranding.
Oh, I kind of like the order that they're in right now.
I would move Death Stranding to the bottom.
No,
of that
move.
list.
What was the Red Dead?
It was Red Dead at the bottom, Last of Us, Death Stranding.
I'd be okay
Red
with
Dead's gotta
switching
be-
Last of Us and
I want Red Dead
Death
at the
Stranding.
top.
Why?
Yeah, that's
It's
what I want.
close.
I want Red. Or
Alright.
no, I want Last of Us at the top.
But that's
I
so
want
far
Last of Us at
away.
the top too, or Death Stranding.
Red Dead's
I want
right
Death
around
Stranding
the
at the
corner.
bottom.
Well, I'll accept that. But I want
I
Red Dead at the
guess.
top, and I want Last of Us in the middle.
I'll rock with David on that
Well,
one. I'm sorry, Shane.
What was it?
I want
It'll
Red Dead
be
at the top.
Death Stranding, Last of Us, Red Dead.
I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because I'm not interested in Red Dead right now.
But it's right here. We're gonna
So
play it in a
what?
couple months.
Hey, you can be friends with your horse, dude. They had a whole segment about horses.
Oh God, I thought you were doing like a racist Native American thing.
No,
I did
you
not
can be
know.
friends. You can be friends with your horse.
Oh,
on
it took me a
the-
second to realize you were neighing.
in
That was
the
a
in the
strange
frontier.
horse call. No, I think
All right,
Red Dead.
I'm doing me and Dave's pick. I'm
I
sorry,
want
Shane.
Last of Us
you
to
got,
be at the
you
top.
got. I would rather have Last of Us at the top too, but we can't all not have
We
right
need
opinions,
to
you know?
fucking
Aaron
call
would Aaron would
on
meet
this
me with
one.
this.
He
Aaron would
would.
say Aaron would say
He
All right,
Red Dead.
and here was the biggest fuck up of the entire thing.
Control number
Control
two.
is number
Yeah. Control number
two. You
two.
guys, now going through this list, you all stand by that, or was
Yes.
that? Is this another
I
EA's press
stand
conference?
hard
Fucking-
by it.
Y'all are fucking trash.
Inside plus Alan Wake. All I need to fucking
This
hear.
game, I almost want this game to be bad now because of how hyped
It might be,
you are.
but the
It might be.
trailer was so good that I feel like it belongs there.
And then the undisputed number 1 is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes. All right,
Yeah.
I think that's a fine list.
That's all right.
So-
People
yeah.
will disagree with the Control pick, but honestly, I
I would
stand
People
by
will
it.
really disagree with the Control
I
pick.
stand
Okay.
hard. by it.
Control should be like vying for the top 10, maybe.
No,
You gotta put it at number
it's
2.
number 2, dude.
It's a Cinderella story. Everybody likes to see it, but you know.
I am very excited for that.
I want to know who gave Cyberpunk a 4 and kept it from the perfect 5. I can't remember who it was.
It might have been me, honestly.
But we can go
was
back.
Not me.
There's one way. There's
There's
no way. There's no way to know. There's no way to know.
There's really no
All right, very good.
But that moves us on to the news, and Shane's having me read the news stories this week,
Right.
so you can start that off.
Yeah, I can't wait to stumble over the news this week. We're starting it off with a pretty big. This is my responsibility.
All right, we'll have some
We
confidence.
talked about this in the group thread.
Yes, we did. So a pretty big mess up in the gaming industry.
How can you read that?
Because I've got good eyes.
All right, sorry.
Why are you coming at her so
All right.
hard, bro?
I haven't
I mean,
even
to be fair, you wear glasses. I don't know how good your eyes are, but...
I mean, they're good with my glasses. But, so, an IGN review has been plagiarized from, like, a small YouTube channel.
Been plagiarized?
Has been.
Why?
To be plagiarized.
Why are you coming at
her, dude?
It's misleading.
What do you mean?
To be plagiarized.
Oh my god, I'm gonna read the news.
Right?
And you guys
You
don't
are-
stop.
alright, go.
Like, let me intro the... Anyways, our best friend Jason Schreier at Kotaku is all over this story. The gaming site IGN has removed a review for the game Dead Cells after allegations surfaced yesterday that the review's writer had plagiarized from a small YouTube channel. As a group of writers, quote, as a group of writers and creators who value our own work and that of the others in our field, the editorial staff at IGN takes plagiarism very seriously, end quote, reads a note now in place of the review, which was written by IGN Nintendo editor Philip Minusin.
Like Mucinex.
Yes, correct. Quote, in light of concerns that have been raised about our Dead Cells review, we've removed it for the time being and are investigating. IGN has let go of Musin, writing in a statement that it plans to re-review Dead Cells. We apologize to our readers, developer Motion Twin, and most especially the YouTuber known under Boomstick Gaming for failing to uphold those standards, the outlet said.
So, two things. One, to continue this story, Musin then, because I put this on here on, like, when it first broke.
Yeah.
He then released a video where he apologized to IGN and Motion Twin, but not to Boomstick Gaming.
You're
That was
right.
very weird. And also went after Jason Schreier
Yep.
and Kotaku for writing about this. That has since been taken down after more allegations of plagiarism have come to light about numerous
Did he
reviews.
take that video down?
Yeah, he took that video
That's
down.
hilarious.
About videos he did. Just overall terrible
It's a good
situation.
thing his name is Musin because he's a slimy motherfucker.
Secondly, I've listened to 3 podcasts that have called them Broomstick Gaming, which I
Oh.
find hilarious.
Oh no.
Boomstick, like
I
a
did
like a
have to
rifle.
do a double take because it looks like
The broomstick is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we make of all this? Plagiarism, good or bad?
Oh, bad.
I'd say bad.
When Melania Trump does it, it's okay.
Yeah.
When did, she copied that speech from Michelle Obama?
I mean, she didn't. She didn't write that
Her-
speech.
her
She did.
Somebody
speechwriter.
did.
Whoever did that.
Don't plagiarize. Furthermore, so it's really interesting that he went after Jason Schreier of Kotaku, because we all know that everyone loves Kotaku and nobody ever has anything bad to say about them, especially not in our comment section. Because they have a reputation of being the left-leaning, progressive video game journalist outlet, even though it's just a blog and people write their opinions and people disagree with it,
I mean, it's
and then they
still
get mad.
an outlet.
It is. Okay, yes, but it is a blog. Not just.
I mean, like,
that.
it's
well,
the same
right.
thing. Everything's a blog. It's the same thing.
It's true. Regardless of the fact that they have great writers and they break a lot of the hugest news stories. Hugest news stories.
I think that's on the top of that's the banner image. It says we break the hugest news
They
stories.
They do, and it's
They
usually
do.
it's usually Jason Schreier. And everyone talks about those stories.
I'm sorry, I've cut you off 4 times now. Usually it is Jason Schreier, yes, but
They
like
have
Cecilia
other
D'Anastasio,
yes.
there's like a lot of writers, like
not to discredit all the other
Gita Jackson,
hardworking.
Nathan Grayson.
You
like,
know them by name, I don't. That's
they-
why
they-
I
a
stick
Oh,
with
I
lot
them.
of
follow
the-
all
like,
of them.
a lot of them break a lot of news stories.
So it's interesting then that he would go and slam them because of their reputation, regardless of the fact that they are very quality journalists and do arguably the most journalisty games journalism, that we have.
it's definitely
that we
arguable.
have, and because they really do investigative work and they break stories like this, and he's attacking them probably to appeal to the crowd of people who is like, fuck Kotaku, they're just out for clicks, because he said that in his video. He's like, oh, they're just trying to get clicks by breaking these fake stories. He didn't take any accountability. He didn't show any signs of understanding that what he did was wrong, and he didn't apologize to the right people. It seems like he's sorry that he got caught, not sorry that he copied and lied in his review.
Well, then he lied in his video and said, I didn't plagiarize,
and
all
he
of the
said,
other things.
It was not intentional. And
He literally said to, Jason Schreier, go find more things that I plagiarized.
My favorite, the headline is, IGN writer plagiarizes review. Then it's, post video claiming he didn't plagiarize review. Update more accounts of plagiarism found. Yeah. Update video deleted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he called them out, and he's like, "Well, try to find more," and they did. And then he took the video down because he's a bitch. But what I found really interesting that he said in his video, and we both write reviews for games. I know Charles, you do more coverage and stuff too. But he said in his video that before he reviews a game, he goes and finds as much coverage and as many reviews and videos about it
the opposite
as he can.
Of what you want to do.
It's almost like he's
research.
Aggregating other people's opinions in his own review.
Mm-hmm.
That's garbage. That's
I'm not gonna say I never looked at something, but not directly copied it, but if I review stuff on Instagram all the time, sometimes weeks at a time late. I'm not just gonna not look at the zeitgeist of stuff.
Yeah,
sure. I can still form my own opinion.
Right.
It's just mind blowing. I try.
But on a game that he was reviewing for embargo, what the fuck?
I do a lot of. I put a lot of effort into avoiding at all costs other people's opinions.
Yeah,
I don't
try
want them
to as much
sour
as I can.
my first take because I feel like I stand strongly against. I feel like I'm on the mark a lot of the time with my reviews. Usually I'm in the consensus, which maybe isn't something to be proud of, but I feel like I have good judgment, and I don't want that to be clouded by
judgment.
Yeah, I don't want that to be clouded by other people's opinions of the game being in my head when I'm writing.
And I'm the I review stuff on Instagram all the time, and I'm gonna go see 8th Grade tonight. That movie's been out for a month, in certain
it's good.
I know people think that movie's good. I haven't really read in depth about it, but I know people think that, but I'm still gonna form my own opinion of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I understand from backing up further. This is kind of sparked another another conversation around stuff that I think is honestly this dude's a fucking idiot. I don't know how the fuck he did this.
Yeah.
It's not IGN's fault also. In no way is it IGN's fault. It sucks, but there was nothing they could have done.
The only thing you could say in that front is that they vet these people, they train them.
That's very true.
They should expect that their writers are not even capable of something like this. So it's not directly their fault at all, because there's no way an editor could catch something like this, but they pick their staff and they train them. So they have a little accountability.
I'm very minimal.
Yes, but I'm just
very
if
somebody at your work goes and robs a liquor store, they should have hired people that don't rob liquor stores. But people do dumb things.
I'm just covering our bases.
But you're right. But I would say not their fault really at all. But where was I going with my point? I can't remember.
Sorry.
The other conversation that this has sparked is the first defense, and the defense I was kind of using until I went more and more into what is a lot of video game writing, and especially reviews, use the same exact language all the time. And I honestly think that, because he fucked up, clearly, whatever. He's an idiot. Yeah. I'm sure he'll turn into an alt-right blogger and start a Patreon and go support Nick Robinson. But the thing I think about it more so is that, the words he was copying, yes, he was definitely copying them and, just changing a few things around here and there. But, he was using words not visceral gameplay, I guess he didn't use that. And he didn't use
there's not a
silky smooth gameplay and stuff like that.
And in the same sentence, they picked it apart and they even color coded the parts the way that it fit together and how he just rearranged. And
it's literally, yes, you can copy my homework, but change it up a little bit.
This was fine in Miss Helmer's math class. I gotta be honest.
Just don't do that. I don't even. It just blows the mind on how he thought he could get away with it, and why he would even choose to do that in the position that he was in. A salaried writer for IGN. Do you really feel?
Yeah, when you first showed it to us, I'm like, oh, that freelancer's never gonna get a job.
Yeah, you were sure it was a.
I was like, how on earth could you fuck that up so bad, dude?
And the funny part is, in the beginning of the Boomstick video, even I was like, well, this is coincidental, and then towards the end, it's like, wow, this is really damning.
Sentences,
no fucking ways.
Copy pasted.
Yeah, and then he wants to play the professional victim and be like, oh, they're all coming after me. I'm why is everyone attacking me? It's like, dude, because like
Because this is serious.
One, you fucked up. Two, you need to be an example that this shit does not fly. You know, the video games industry and journalists already, they're already the butt of a ton of jokes because it's like, oh, it's like barely real journalism. They want to have like integrity at least, and make sure that their work is original and morally, sound, so that when you're reading it, you can be assured that it's the opinion of the person that you're reading and not an aggregation of a bunch of it's a Frankenstein monster of 3 YouTube video reviews or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and like I'll be the first to admit I listen to a lot of like we do the gaming podcast on Friday and it comes out or we used to do it on Friday.
This podcast has been I have definitely echoed things that I've heard in other podcasts.
Yeah, but like I still like not only was that my original take was like we can look at our text messages, I was like, nope, this dude needs to get fired. But like it's okay to like have the same opinions of people. That's not what anybody's saying. Because he says that in his video. He's like, I guess Kotaku's mad at me for having the same opinions as
Oh
people.
Yeah, that's
and it's like, no, the problem is that you just stole them.
Yeah.
All of them. Put them in a one place.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if IGN gives it to the decimal the same score as 3 other sites. That's if that's their opinion, that's fine. It's not.
They do have another review up right now by.
Was it the same? Did they score it, that review?
Yeah, I think it's like a 9.5 or something.
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know.
But no, yeah, it's just a deflection. That's just a defense mechanism. He's really like bungling his career's fucked. Yeah. He's done.
I can't believe. Really?
You think
no,
so?
I don't think so at all. Nick Robinson went to E3 this year.
Nick Robinson has some pretty good content. I watched
Nick Robinson also like told girls to give him nudes for jobs.
That happened.
Yeah.
I watched one of his videos this year, then I was like, that was a nice video. It was about Tetris Effect.
Carboys was fucking rad, dude. But like, he's a fucking piece of shit. But he's still in the games industry.
Yeah,
like you can.
I guess you're right.
Sucks.
This dude will get a job. I 100%. Maybe not a job. He'll have a successful YouTube channel and a Patreon.
Oh yeah, probably.
And won't go away. And will get invited to gaming industry related things.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
See.
6 months.
All right.
100%.
All right, we'll see.
100%.
Okay,
Bummer.
well, plagiarism is bad.
Don't do that.
I think we've decided. Let's check that one off.
Hot takes.
The next story comes also from Kotaku, from Nathan Grayson. It is about Discord adding its own storefront similar to Steam. Back in June, ubiquitous chat company Discord launched a games tab that bore a slight resemblance to Steam's front page. Now it's launching its own store that resolutely refutes Steam's anything goes approach. Valve recently said that it's opening Steam's floodgates wider than ever before. Discord, on the other hand, says it is hoping its store will have a cozy neighborhood bookshop vibe. Quote will be launching.
What does that mean?
It means a cozy neighborhood.
On your online storefront? Okay.
That's what you gotta do sometimes.
It's cute.
Quote will be launching a curated game store experience similar to one of those cozy neighborhood bookshops with recommendations about the hottest and newest games from us to you.
That's cool.
The company said in an announcement, noting that big publishers like THQ and Deep Silver are already on board.
Well, how they use big in quotes right there to talk about THQ and Deep Silver.
Though, if we're being real, THQ and Deep Silver are far from the biggest.
Okay, my bad. I didn't read that sentence. I didn't read far enough ahead.
In addition, signing up for Discord's Nitro subscription program will now net you a handful of curated golden games alongside benefits that were previously included. That's actually pretty neat. The Nitro bit.
Who doesn't have Nitro? Oh, do you really? You use Discord a lot more than me.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm making fun
I use
of it,
Discord a lot, and I'm a mod of a server, so I'd be interested in getting Nitro, and if that also gets me some like games, that would be really cool.
What does it do exactly? I don't.
You can use GIFs for your profile picture. You can use like GIF emotes. You can use any emotes from any server at any time. Whereas if you don't have Nitro, you can only use the ones in the server you're in, or just normal emojis. I think there's probably a lot of other.
Yeah, there's other stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah.
I think this is a good move. Personally, I think the thing that really needs to happen, and the thing that like, so number one, I think it's a good sign that Discord is having Steam is having competition. Obviously, the way this could really take off is if this could become like, yes, you're buying games through Discord and everything like that, but like if you could manage all your launchers in one, do you know what I'm saying? Like if you could manage the Epic launcher and EA Origin,
Origin.
and Steam, and just have have it be like a content management thing rather than necessarily buying everything through there. I think that's where they're real like golden.
That would be great.
An aggregation of all those bullshit launches.
Like it would, that's where I think they could really like. That's something Steam can't do, basically.
Yes.
So if they if there was if I open Discord, because you're already in Discord, if you're playing an online game, that's what everybody uses. So if you do that, and instead of having to open up EA Origin to go play Sims, and then David wants to play PUBG, and I gotta go play Fortnite later on, you have to open up 4 different things. If I can do that all from Discord, that keeps me in that storefront and could then keep me spending money there.
They do have launchers for games.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. If you go but then you go full board. That's what I'm saying.
Because I have personally 5 or 6 different launchers. Got BattleNet, Origin, Steam, Uplay.
Oh yeah,
I don't have Uplay.
And then Bethesda is the Fallout 76. I'm probably not gonna get on PC, but
Bethesda, I thought they sold their games on Steam.
They do, but they're not doing that for Fallout 76. Because they said their other games, that's not
it makes sense from their point of view.
But their other games, they said will be sold on Steam, just not Fallout 76.
Future games will be sold on Steam.
That's yeah.
There's a whole bunch of launchers, so they can be a launcher management tool would be an awesome addition
for sure
for Discord. I think that'd be a good move. In terms of what
$1 million idea.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
it's good for them. Discord is all about the gaming communities, and of course they'd want to make more money off of people buying
Discord's
games directly
cool.
through them.
I got no problems with them.
Yeah.
They had a lot of problems when they first launched. A lot of the servers were always down, but now they have no issues at all.
Yeah, because they've got so many communities on there now.
Underrated the Twitch app on desktop I like a lot too.
Yeah,
you can manage mods and stuff from it.
That's another launcher too.
Yeah, it is because you've got all the Twitch Prime games. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh shit, too many.
Yeah. I just got Amazon. I didn't have Amazon for Prime for 6 months. It was hell.
No.
Because I switched families from my family. I got adopted. From my family to Cheyenne's account basically. I'm the sub account on her account.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I got Twitch Prime back or whatever. I got Overwatch loot boxes. I was all hyped.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Got some Hammond stuff.
Cool.
Wrecking Ball.
I think I claimed those for you on your PS4.
Yeah, I think you did.
Twitch Prime is amazing. It's
Have you heard of Twitch Prime?
Bananas.
We didn't talk about that Ninja news story, I guess.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to.
I don't know. I don't really know much about that. We can.
We don't have to. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, he doesn't stream with women. That's it.
Yeah.
And he said in a statement, "I don't stream with women because I don't want people."
He loves his wife.
Yeah, I love my wife.
I sort of understand that more than somebody like Mike Pence, because when you have thousands of eyes on you, it's easy for
Plus,
people
they're all
to...
teenagers and they want to. Whatever.
I can imagine his wife getting a bunch of messages or something did you know that he said this to this lady on his street every
his
day.
wife, but his wife doesn't care. He said his wife doesn't care.
Decision,
well, then I don't know. Then he's just a baby.
It's silly.
I don't understand.
It's almost under. It's not, but it's almost.
It's not. It's literally not. That's literally how boys clubs start in professional environments. No, I mean not how they all start, but that is a way something like that could start.
You're not wrong.
So yeah,
it ain't right.
I sort of understand his decision, but also he's the biggest Fortnite streamer, and it would be so nice to have
exposure.
Women who are streaming Fortnite actually be.
It'd be cool.
In the spotlight.
I guess
with him.
hosting is probably a no too then, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Whatever. Moving on. Did we skip a story, Bethesda?
No.
It switched spots. All right.
Yeah, they switched spots, I guess.
Well, anyway, that story that we didn't skip is also about Bethesda, and their selling of games from Polygon's Colin Campbell. This is a long one here. Many gamers sell their used physical games, often to supplement spending funds to buy more games. It's such a big part of the gaming business that almost half of retailer GameStop's profits come from reselling games. But it looks like one publisher, Bethesda Softworks, may be seeking to rein in sales of secondhand games online. Bethesda recently sent out a notice to at least one seller on Amazon's marketplace who was trying to sell a sealed copy of The Evil Within 2 as new, demanding that they remove their listing. That letter included a phone number for sellers of Bethesda's games to call, suggesting that the company is sending out such notices to multiple sellers. Philadelphia-based Ryan Hupp recently contacted Polygon to explain how he'd been forced by Bethesda to stop selling his copy of The Evil Within 2. He bought the game but never unwrapped it, he told us. He'd been expecting to purchase a PlayStation 4, but instead spent his money upgrading a gaming PC. Hupp said he often sells used goods through Amazon Marketplace, which works in much the same way as other online trading sites, such as eBay. Bethesda's legal firm Voris sent much...
Voris sounds like some
it
fucking...
It sounds like Vor.
Well, no, I wasn't going... Jesus Christ.
That's
I was saying it sounded like some dystopian, like...
Oh,
yeah,
like
kinda.
Megacorp?
Like, yeah.
So Bethesda's legal firm sent Hupp a letter, which he forwarded to Polygon, warning that the game must be taken down and threatening legal action for non-compliance. In its letter, Voris made the argument that Hupp's sale was not by an authorized reseller and was therefore unlawful. Bethesda also took issue with Hupp's use of the word new in selling the unwrapped game, claiming that this constituted false advertising. Hupp complied with the demand, but in a reply to Voris, he pointed out that the resale of used copyrighted goods, such as books, video games, DVDs, is protected in U.S. law through the first sale doctrine. This allows consumers to sell a game so long as it's not significantly altered from its original form. So, they're going after people selling their games. What's up with that?
I need a quick rundown.
You weren't listening?
I was. I just don't really... So how are they going to enforce this?
By sending letters from a scary legal firm saying, you gotta take this down now. And for, like, individuals like Hupp, that might work.
Like Hupp.
That's his name.
I don't... This is bullshit. This is, like, just putting on airs. They can't possibly enforce this, right? Like, if GameStop tried to sell their games used, what is the legal basis for them being able to stop them?
It doesn't really seem like there is one.
They don't fucking own the games. The game has been purchased by a third party. It's no longer... I mean, it's their IP,
Yeah,
but the
it's
physical
copyrighted
disc
content, but like
is
said,
not their property anymore. It's been bought. They can't do anything about it. Right? This is just bullshit. Like, they can't actually enforce that.
I don't know, man.
I don't believe it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fucking scholar. I don't fucking know. Or a lawyer,
I mean,
guess is more.
it seems this guy knew more than I did about selling this stuff. He's saying, you know, with copyrighted content, you are allowed to resell it if it hasn't been altered, and I would describe that as new because it's unopened and it's, you know, it's not, it hasn't been used. That's that's what used games mean. But I don't know, that seems, why would they want people to take down their like sales for these things?
Because
like
they're not making money on it.
But how are they going to make money on it anyway?
Because people would be forced... The theory is people would be forced to buy the new game where all the money would go straight to Bethesda. Or not straight to Bethesda, but the money would be going back to the publisher. When you buy a used game at GameStop, Bethesda doesn't see any of that money.
I understand that, but like once a game has been bought, like they can't control the sale of that game again.
If you don't want it anymore, you just have to incinerate it.
Right?
So
like what are you supposed to do with your games after that?
It's
just
like
throw
they want to be Nintendo. Nintendo has it perfect because Nintendo doesn't lower their prices over time, so you're basically incentivized to just buy the game new anyway. There aren't many cases of...
third-party games do that.
Yeah, not Nintendo first parties, though, and it seems like Bethesda's trying to go that
This reminds me kind of a lot of... Do you remember online passes?
No.
That was like a thing that went on in like the early 2010s where like, if like, so a game, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a game, like Call of Duty or something like that. People would play Call of Duty, like Call of Duty, and then they're done with Call of Duty, they go to sell it. And if you bought the used one for $20, then in order to play online, you had to buy an online pass.
Oh,
that was
I see.
another
Okay.
$20
Yeah.
to get. So then that way Activision or developer
That's like the
is getting some.
textbook bullshit where you have to buy the textbook and the digital code, or just
Yeah.
the digital code, so that you could
get access to the website that you can answer the quizzes on or
Mhm.
whatever. Yeah,
You'd
it's some
have to-
bullshit.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
Yeah, online passes were a thing. They were fucking terrible.
Yeah.
EA,
sounds
I
awful.
remember, was big in the online passes.
Well, this is all like Microsoft's like no game sharing thing.
Yeah.
It's like...
But theirs made... Looking back, man, they should have just stuck with that, dude. It would have worked so well. They just didn't stick with their vision. They fucked up. Because, like, the way you're right, it wasn't, like, the way it was going to work was, like, games were locked to your account. But, like, you could still, like, give it to other people. You just had to unhave it from your account to, like, give it to somebody.
So you can't play it at the same time.
So you can't play it at the same time. But it was going to work that way for, like, online games, too. Or, like, digital games, too. So, like, you could actually share digital. It was, like, and, like, they had a whole program where you were going to be able to, like, sell back your digital. They should have kept that going. They fucked up.
They had to cut their losses. They were in dire straits.
Everybody hated him. We were wrong. As a community, we were wrong. They had the right idea.
Physical copies should have been free game, but digital, that makes more sense. It should have been enforced on digital, but physical should have been allowed. Because digital, like, you could technically play that on two different consoles under one license. Yeah. So that would have made sense.
That's totally cool. No one, like, the game sharing thing on PS4, I don't know why you're freaking out about that. Like, literally, there are, like, IGN articles about how to game share on PS4. Like, no one is complaining.
I have too much to lose now.
There is, like, nothing.
Well,
like,
now I can't play any of my games. It's great.
We can switch it back in 4 months.
Does it really take that? No, it doesn't take that long.
No, it's because I won't be living here. I guess.
Oh,
is that
I
your
thought
reason?
I thought once you did it, once you changed your home
you can
console,
do it whenever. There's like a way online that you can like unsubscribe or deactivate all of them, but you can only do that every 6 months or something.
That's what it is.
That's if somebody like hacks your PS4.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can switch it. Sony's listening though, so we won't.
Whatever. I don't know. But like no one cares. No, there's like because I thought about it. I'm like, maybe I looked it up and it was like Polygon, how to game share your fucking PS4.
Well, we both wanted to play the same game online together.
Yeah, Cheyenne and I do that with Overwatch all the time.
You're in the same place though. She'll be in Columbus.
I guess that's a little
but
different.
Once I move
we'll
back
do it
in,
once
we'll
you
be in
move
the
back
same
in.
place.
It's cool.
Right
now,
but like we played Overwatch. There's so many games.
Same games being placed from 2 different places in the state. That's kind of fishy. And then I'll be like, deactivate.
But you guys are still like a family. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'll read this story.
You don't have Chrome.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean I don't go on the internet on that. Number one, but also like I don't have Chrome because the Chrome browser on your phone's ugly, and I don't like it. It is ugly. All right. Let's go into this. You guys want to get into this? The Chrome browser sucks.
No, you're done. Start the story.
All right. The story is about the sexist culture at Riot Games. I'm not gonna read the whole thing.
We're not? It's like, what, 18 pages?
Yeah, it's
did you read it? Because you have to.
Yeah, I read it.
I did.
It's getting a lot of traction.
I was just joking because you said we're not going to read the whole thing. And I was like, oh, we're not?
Oh, no. This is by Cecilia D'Anastasio over at Kotaku. And this is what I was talking about.
Yes, she writes some cool stuff.
Throughout her 3 years at Riot Games, the company behind League of Legends, Lacey made it her mission to hire a woman into a leadership role. Lacey had heard plenty of excuses for why her female job candidates weren't Riot material. Some of them were, quote, ladder climbers. Others had, quote, too much ego. Most weren't, quote, gamer enough. A few were too punchy or didn't, quote, challenge convention, a motto you can hear at Riot's company manifesto and recruiting materials. Quote, across the board, you have a side-by-side similar background, said Lacey, which is not her real name. But I don't know. I'm always curious. How do they pick the names?
I don't know.
That's name generator.
You think so? Wu-Tang name generator?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the leadership team who would constantly ixnay any female candidate for leadership. I've never seen ixnay.
I was like, I hovered over that for a long time. I was like, why not just say Nix?
I fucking got over it real quick. Because it's a quote. That's what she say.
I understood it, but like, why do we use Pig Latin for Nix? I just don't.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Why is that a convention?
It
doesn't matter. I don't want to distract.
It is. Anyway, this story goes on to talk about like just basically like what they call locker room culture.
Yeah, it's
not
like,
Trump's locker room where you're grabbing him by the pussy, but like
bro,
frat boy,
gamer bro, like business bro, all of that, all into one is what I've heard from and many other women have come out after this, include like, you know, the ones who she interviewed for this story, and then a few afterwards wrote up their own things saying, this has been my experience as well. I know there's some women that didn't experience this, and that's great, but there have been so many people that have shared my experiences. For example, one person that worked at Riot in Dublin, Ireland, wrote a really long blog post about her experiences, and a lot of the things she brought up echo exactly what Cecilia has been saying in this one. Some of the examples she shared were they had like professional relationships with cosplayers at Riot. because League of Legends is a really big game and there's a lot of characters that people want to cosplay because they have interesting designs. And a lot of the female cosplayers, the men at Riot commented on them saying, oh, is that even a costume? And it was like spot on exactly how the character's dressed in the game, basically saying she's revealing too much, but then otherwise saying like, oh, this cosplayer is too fat to be playing that one, or just all sorts of things about like women that play their games, and just constantly the kind of like frat culture that you would expect from boys, commenting on women's bodies, saying women aren't good at this game, and just being super disrespectful to their player base. And it's just all of these things. I encourage everyone to read the piece from Kotaku and any surrounding material about this, because I can't say I'm all that surprised from the company that made League of Legends, because a lot of their female character designs aren't really known for being diverse or not super attractive and sexy, and it's got a huge toxic culture around that game as well. But it just sucks.
Is that true that it's not a diverse cast? I think it is.
They've been working on it in the past few years, but
I don't play the game, but I think that's not. I don't think that is the. Is that like a? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean that's not what's being talked about in this article, but like that's why I'm not super surprised.
I know they're scantily clad a lot of the time.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like whereas with male characters, and there's other different like races. I think they're called Yordles or something. Yordles. Where like they're obviously they don't fit into the same like attractiveness or whatever, but you'll see. I mean, it's common in all kinds of games where men and movies and any animated thing, and like men they can be big, they can be fat, they can be skinny, they can be all kinds of cool shapes and sizes. Yeah. Whereas like the majority of women that you see, especially in this game, are like skinny,
I know
hot.
What you mean. Yeah,
like,
it's especially with monsters, like it's funny because
right.
It's like there's like a really good illustration of like the male rat monster. It's like a and then the female's just like boobs and ears.
It's been a problem for League of Legends. They've been trying to work on that and to fix that, and I know they've made some progress there, but it's still a big problem. So that's kind of why I'm like, I'm not really surprised the people that are behind those designs aren't necessarily the most respectful of women that play their game or help make the game.
I'm sure that there are character designers that are women though too. I mean,
yeah, sure.
The company is very heavily male.
Yes, like
but like
easily
it's just this is like a problem that's more than just Riot too. This is like a Silicon Valley problem.
Yes.
It
sounded
Riot
a lot like tech culture.
Sounds like on the outside that they want to be a really good, inclusive place to work at.
Which is, I'm sorry I'm butting in here, but I feel like League of Legends has like a semi-decent female fanship and player base too. Yeah. So it's interesting.
MOBAs have a much stronger female base than like FPS.
Yeah.
Or a lot of other games. MOBAs they have a really big culture. Which makes this even more shocking, but also explains why Riot wants to be taken seriously as a good force, a good positive force in the games industry. They did respond to these allegations, unlike Quantic Dream, who just denied them all.
Sued.
They said, wow, they owned it. They said, we definitely want to look into this. We want to stop this kind of behavior.
They said, at least in this article, they had dealt with all of the things that had been specific instances. But it seemed some of them seemed like
and this article is less about specific instances and more about just like an overall. I was trying to pick out like some good quotes from it. The one feature quote here is the bros before hose thing is so ingrained in the studio's culture, even though they claim to be a meritocracy.
That was a big
and that involves two phrases that I love, because meritocracies are impossible. They are not real. They are a myth concocted by libertarians to get.
What is a meritocracy?
Like everybody's based on their merit.
Like you'll just naturally gravitate to the top if you're a harder worker and you're better at what you do.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's complete bullshit. And also, bros before hoes is what all men who can't get any pussy say. So if you used any of those phrases, please unfollow us now. But yeah, the overall, like you were talking about with Quantic Dream, I'm sure there's a bunch more studios that are not too
Yeah.
dissimilar from this.
Of course, especially because like they're really similar to the kind of tech like culture that you would see in Silicon Valley, and like, you know, it kind of makes sense that it attracts the same type of people, so that you're seeing the same type of problems in gaming industry as you are like the tech industry, because they're
A lot of overlap.
intertwined.
Yeah. I hope this story it's made a lot of waves, which is good. People seem to be taking it seriously. Riot, hopefully, are taking it seriously. I'm sure this is not the last we're gonna see of these kind of reports. Probably we'll get updates as time goes on. It would be great if we got an update from Riot a year down the line that says, hey, here's the steps we've taken. I expect something like that from them. Seems like their image is very important to them. They seem to put a lot of effort into what people see, how people see them.
Sure.
And if you're not good on the inside, that's not gonna last.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see some big changes from them. Hopefully this is a message to other studios and other, especially other women working in video games, that it's all right to speak up against this stuff. It's not normal. It shouldn't become the normalcy of the culture. And
I mean, I feel like it is kind of normal. Like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm
it's
saying
been
it's
normalized.
It is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is not. It
You're
does
right.
not. It does not need to be the way things are. Is how what I should.
The other thing they go into in the story, less stepping. I guess I don't want to step away from the gender disparity issues here.
Yep.
But the thing where they talk about how one of the requirements to work at Riot is to be a gamer, have a game.
Yeah.
They don't want to hire people that aren't gamers
Even
to
if
work
you're
on
not
games.
like in a department where you'll be working directly
Like,
with
not
the
only
game.
that, but like that is the wrong way to make games. I gotta be honest with you.
Miyamoto
Yeah.
said once that he's like, I try to hire people that don't really like games
Because they
that
look
much,
at shit
'cause
differently.
they see bigger. Yeah.
They don't use the fucking same phrases that get plagiarized in reviews all the
Yes,
time. Like
exactly.
stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know, like maybe not necessary for
Yeah.
games as service where you know what you're trying to do. Maybe you
Sure.
want people to, but like just as a general
Yeah.
rule for stuff, like I feel like that's a bad way.
That's
to-
gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Literally. It's
Oh no,
gatekeeping.
yeah, literally it is.
It all is.
And like a lot of the people that were let go or whatever they decided to do when they left the company said they left because of like a culture fit issue, because they didn't fit into the culture at Riot Games, because that's what
You
that's
just don't have a
they-
penis.
they
if you're
focus-
not a culture fit.
right. Well, like, you know, you don't have the same bro like attitude or whatever it is,
God.
or you go against that
It's
in
like-
some way. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's all very frustrating.
Silicon
It is.
Valley sucks
It
and
sucks.
it's bad. I don't know.
It sucks.
Like it
bad.
feels like it all is that like culture
I
of just
know.
like, hey, a bunch of 20-something guys got together and decided they were really gonna save the fucking world. And it's like,
I should watch Blind Spotting. It's really good. It's a
yeah,
movie.
okay.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
will.
interested in
It's
seeing
about
it.
it's
Yeah.
I
about
haven't-
Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, less so about the sexism and stuff,
Right.
but more about the gentrification.
Yeah, this seems like it will be hard to tackle because it's a systemic problem, not just within Riot Games, but within our society and especially in the gaming industry and any tech industries. So I would love to see any steps made from Riot, but I would also love to see big steps and changes from everyone involved.
And I don't know how to phrase this properly. So
Sure.
walk with me here. You want to walk with me, David?
Okay.
I understand.
We have a very tight knit group of friends for sure.
Yeah.
That definitely ostracizes outsiders when they try to come
Yes.
into the group of friends.
I'd agree.
Yes, we do.
I was an outsider, so I can speak
100% we do.
Not on purpose, necessarily.
Not on purpose, but like I
Exactly.
don't think they're necessarily like look at her tits and they fucking flick her nose.
Yeah.
Like that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But like there's a completely different standard for like stuff they talk about in this article. I'm sure we have done in our friend group to not
Yeah.
necessarily women, but just anybody,
Sure.
but also to probably women too. But that's different in a social setting than like literally your place of
professional. Yeah.
employment is like where, because I've seen people be like, oh well, when me and my friends play video games or like we're on Xbox, we say some stuff in the not in the heat of the moment necessarily, but we say
Not this again.
we say stuff that like we take back later. We're friends, like, and like that's cool when you're
Sure.
playing Xbox, but like not when you're at work. Like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
There is an argument to be made that Riot is a private company,
I mean,
and they
so
technically
everything.
can do whatever the fuck they want. Does that mean they should? Like, no, but like,
I mean, technically
There
you can't.
are
There are
some
definitely
laws.
laws.
all right, you can't discriminate. Like, okay, you can't openly discriminate against any protected group, correct? Or against any of the protected
Sexual
values of human
or-
beings. And yeah, you can't obviously.
Which is,
But their culture, their workplace culture is like, you should not be that way.
But maybe you can make the
I'm
argument.
playing
Yes,
devil's
people
advocate. I
can
don't-
be allowed
Sure.
to have a workplace, and like that can be your and that's your thing. You don't have to work for us. You know what I'm saying? But like from the outside, we're allowed to be like, well, your workplace
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
and
Or-
if your workplace environment leads to like your workers getting like harassed in some way or hurt in
Yeah,
any
they,
like emotionally,
yeah.
you know,
But
I
from
feel like
what I
that's not
read in
good.
this article, it wasn't so much like what happened in Quantic Dream. That was
yeah,
sexual
that-
heven
Yeah,
These are not
I
necessarily
don't even
allegations.
just said like there's like
Just
Okay.
photo.
fucking-
Just
These are
gross.
not necessarily allegations of harassment. These are
Sure.
allegations of a weird culture that is very just like very impenetrable sometimes to women in the workforce. But what happens now is Riot is not obligated to change their workplace culture, but as outsiders we're allowed to be like, you should.
hmm
But at the same time, there are companies that have good culture, like I'm pretty sure Blizzard, Ubisoft, like I'm not saying just go get a job there, obviously that's not easy, but I'm trying really hard to like not sound like an asshole. All I'm saying is, as a private company, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Are people going to be happy working there like this? Probably not for long. I mean, maybe the tight group of people that you got in the
men will be
beginning,
just
and yeah, the
fine.
dudes that are just like dudes being bros, maybe they will,
Just
but
a
you're
bunch
not
of
going to
guys being
have...
dudes.
But like that's such like a fucking bullshit like free market fucking like philosophy.
Look, I'm just
Yeah, I
where like people
Yeah,
like
you're
have
fine.
the option to go choose another job, or
Yeah.
people have the option that like they can just pick another specialty and not uproot their lives and
They-
like have a whole like that's such.
They
like,
should
I don't
feel comfortable in the place that they work.
Yeah.
It's
you know?
not perfect, but at the same time, like I think that you would want every workplace to be unique, but also very open and acceptable and with a good
know.
culture.
We're not saying take the uniqueness out of it, just not the
You're allowed
fucking
to
beer
have
bongs
fun
saying
and
it's
and
fart
be
jokes,
like a
all the
fun
time.
little
Not
tech
fart jokes.
gaming company, but like from what I've heard, just meetings in general is just people actually yelling over each other. Like for all of the things that I've read, it just seems like completely unprofessional. Not that I really buy
here's
into
the shitty part though is that
professionalism.
like it's kind of working out for them.
Is
Like,
it?
they're a very
It doesn't seem to
successful
be.
company. I mean, financially.
But that's not what I'm.
Yeah,
I don't-
that again. This is back to the very
Yeah,
capitalistic
Who
like
cares if they're making
free market
money? I don't
Yeah,
like
care.
argument.
Look,
It's like
I'm-
just because something is working well, I'm sure Richard Spencer has a nice life, but like I don't fucking care. Like, he's still a piece of
I
shit.
care about people and
Yeah.
how they feel.
Of
and
course, and you know, I would never want someone to feel threatened or like they were underneath someone else, especially because of something like their gender at work. But it's a symptom of the workplace culture. I don't think that they act probably like they do or behave the way that they do with the hopes that it's going to drive all the women out of their company.
Well, of course not. They're
No
not.
one like
yeah.
that's the thing about like yes, if you're actually sexist, it's very easy to like point
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
But like if you make casual comments like during a meeting, it's like, oh, you were speaking a little loud. Like if I said that to
Yeah.
Cheyenne,
Right.
but I'm the
You're,
loudest
like,
person
you're
clearly.
yelling,
Yeah.
Like,
but then a woman tries
know.
to catch up with you, and you're saying, "Oh, you were kind of aggressive." You
yeah,
know,
like
the
that
same
stuff
kind
is
of,
more like
yeah.
subtle and like
This is just a job for their HR. This is a job for their training,
Well,
and it sounds
they
like a
had-
company that started out as a small, and they did. I assume. I mean, they all do. And then it got bigger than they probably expected, a lot faster than they expected, and then the culture just remained the same.
They have a woman specifically that works with like making sure they're trained and like I don't remember her title. It was in that article where she wants to make sure that the interviews are inclusive and that people conducting interviews, because a lot of the people had kind of weird interviews where
Yes.
they were asking, specifically the women were asked
Yes.
like, what's your favorite trinket? And wow, like,
Yeah.
you know, kind of gatekeeping
Literal
questions.
gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have people in their company that are supposed to work on that, but that doesn't necessarily.
I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Whose job is it to make sure that a company's culture is the fit that we deem appropriate? Like, whose responsibility is that?
It should be the company's, like, in theory.
But they have obviously decided, for the most part...
Right, and that's where, like, that's the fourth estate is what they call journalism in the Constitution.
Okay.
That's where we come in and say, hey, we can publicly shame... This is why shame is good. We can publicly shame them into not doing that and making changes and just systemically as a society... making changes to the way we behave and interact with one another in a professional environment and just socially, generally, too, to like, and this is like a very flowery picture of everything, because obviously it doesn't work this way because Trump got elected. But like in theory, like articles like this coming out and people not like saying you're necessarily doing this because you're like, we're just trying to have a conversation. But like people on Twitter going like, well, fuck this article. I'm never reading Kotaku again because I love League of Legends, man. I'm a fucking level 900 ogre magi with a fucking whatever. I have no idea.
Fall back on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think
Ogre
that's
magi.
from something else.
Yeah,
is what I think it's from. I plagiarized it.
Hearthstone?
No, it's not from Hearthstone. I think it's from WoW or something.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Hearthstone is WoW. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that. But never mind.
We digress.
The overall like people are so quick to defend these companies that they like, and that is what
that is something you should not do. Do
like,
never have. They don't fucking care about you.
I don't even want to say they don't care, because some companies probably do care a little, like not a little bit, but like they generally, or at least people at the company generally care about their customers. But like when Naughty Dog was getting the sexual harassment, we talked about that. I shit on Naughty Dog. I did a bunch of stuff, and I'm still gonna play Last of Us 2, and I love Last of Us. I love Uncharted 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Love all that stuff. But like the first comment on that reply was like, whatever, waiting for the Last of Us 2. When's Ellie coming back or whatever? Jeez. It's like, fuck off, dude. Like
I can have multiple feelings about things. Like I can criticize a way a company works and also enjoy the things that they make at the same time.
Everything being said, specifically that I said, it seems like the bright side of this is that Riot has responded that they are actively working on it and that they are I mean, it's all PR bullshit.
Yeah, it's PR
But
bullshit.
at least they didn't just deny it being that way.
That's like the lowest hurdle.
I feel like it would be hard for them to deny that, multiple accounts of their entire culture.
Well, now it's up to
it's different
their
than specific instances.
It's up to the balls in their court, and I'm saying that
balls to the wall.
It's a sticky situation, and you don't want to just say work somewhere with a better culture, because that's not how it works for a lot of cases. So yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'm not saying I know we're having a podcast.
Yeah,
right
I'm not in the fucking. We're not the agreement podcast.
No.
But that's it for the news this week. Shine did a great job reading that. And then that brings us to the announcements and delays of the week. And the biggest announcement was that Ubisoft announced that Child of Light and Valiant Hearts are both coming to Switch on August 11th and November 8th,
Maybe I'll finally play Valiant Hearts.
Valiant Hearts is fantastic. And Child of Light, you play Child of Light.
Yes.
Child of Light's great. I played it on my Vita.
Played it on PS4.
Now you play it on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. So it
Same thing.
And Child of Light 2 is in the works, rumored.
No, that's not.
You saw the fucking thing.
No
it was
way.
right there.
There's no.
It was obviously staged like that, but they wanted you to see it.
All the Ubi art games are dead, and they're
Rayman. Give me Rayman.
They're only ever gonna make Watch Dogs 3 through 8.
God damn.
I'm excited for Watch Dogs, dude. They're gonna announce a new Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2 has been on sale for like $20, like
dude,
4
cop
times.
it. It's good.
And I'm like.
It makes fun of the tech bro culture all the time and stuff like that. It's really good.
I can't take it seriously. It seems cringy.
It like some of it is a little cringy. I'm not gonna deny that, but like number one, it has the Ubisoft like it or not, it is very formulaic, but it is sort of fun the model that they have, and like I think a lot of the stuff is cool about it.
It'll be PS Plus next month.
Yeah, it'll be PS Plus.
Market
one of these times. That moves us to the games coming out this week. These all come out on Tuesday. Cosmic Star Heroine and Read Only Memories both are coming to Switch.
Oh.
And then Battle for Azeroth, the WoW expansion is
coming out. I don't have internet yet. Fuck.
David is all excited about that. Which brings us, we're not doing the topic, right?
Nope.
Alright, so that brings us to what we have been playing, and you guys haven't had any internet So you haven't been playing too
No.
much.
I haven't been playing much because a lot of the games I play are games of service,
Yeah.
PvE games like Destiny and like WoW lately anyway. And because there hasn't been a lot of big single player games that come out and have, people have been like talking about and stuff. So I have been playing Octopath more. I'm sort of burning out on it. It's just super fucking repetitive.
Okay.
There is a game I'm interested in playing soon. It's called Flipping Death. It just came out last week in August.
It's from the people who made Stick It to the Man.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh, I remember that game.
It's
that
like
was like the first PS Plus game on PS4.
Oh, was it?
I think they made Explosion Man too. Don't
Maybe.
quote me on that. It looks similar.
Yeah, it's like a cute little click adventure
It's
game,
like a
puzzle
LucasArts
game.
style.
Yeah,
Tim
it looks
Schafer.
yeah.
It's a
So
Tim Schafer
I'm looking
style.
into that. I'll keep you posted.
But I have hardcore, so I've been in a little bit of a funk recently. You may have noticed I've been talking about a lot of new games I've been playing on this here podcast. But Cheyenne and I, my girlfriend, not you, Cheyenne, we got into Overcooked 2, which came out last week. We were huge fans of the first Overcooked.
You got us onto it.
I'm very excited that this one has a platinum because I'm definitely gonna get that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But the second one is just more Overcooked with like they added a lot of cool stuff.
It's a lot harder, right?
It like I don't think it's a lot harder.
No?
It's taken us max like 2 tries on.
Well, okay. The way I watched
we're
it was they put out
we're
a
gonna
like a
smash it.
preview, and it was like one level, and then it would skip 4 levels, and it would go to the next level.
Yeah.
And it was
So
like,
it looked harder than it.
There are so in this one it's basically the same. There's 6 worlds, like 6 levels apiece, I think. So what is that? 36 level. But then there's also the things that are kind of hard are there are secret bonus levels that you can find in the world.
Fuck.
That are all like the dog. Do you remember? There's like the Onion King and the dog. They're all Kevin's levels, and he's the only one in the restaurant. You just see him there eating. Like, it's pretty funny. But those are like kind of challenging.
There is a new mechanic. Tell us about the new mechanic.
What is the new mechanic?
You can throw ingredients.
Oh yeah, throwing ingredients is really
game changer.
Is we don't use it that much. We use it on you want to use it on level specific stuff because when you're throwing ingredients like. At least the way Cheyenne and I play, I like to have everything tidy.
Can you trip up on them?
You can't trip up on them, but it becomes annoying to pick stuff up off the ground. So I like to have everything neat and tidy.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of levels that are like there'll be like the chopping boards over here and the burners over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But you can throw it straight into the burner if you get into that, and that's game changer. That like. It's like Cheyenne's. I'm not gonna shit on Cheyenne's because she's great at the getting everything
precise aiming skills. Not so
precise aiming skills. Not one of her skills, but like she's good at like the gather. Like she watches the thing at the time. I never watch. I'm just fucking making as many ingredients as possible, basically. But that's her job and my job. I'm fucking balling, Jim Jones with the fucking not Jim Jones the cult leader, the Jim Jones the rapper.
I didn't know where you were going with that one.
From Diplomats, not
cult leader.
Cult leader. But I was reading about cults and stuff like that because
I heard a lot about them.
The Heaven's Gate cult.
Yes.
Yeah, this rapper Lil Uzi Vert, his album cover is just the Kevin Gates Kevin Gates, another great rapper, is the Heaven's Gate like logo basically with his album title as it. And I was reading about that. Man, that was weird.
Fucked up. A lot of people would kill themselves.
Yeah, they were all wearing the tracksuits and stuff.
Yeah, there was like.
Then I went on a hunt on Amazon to find out how much would it be to replace my entire wardrobe with just tracksuits. Thought about doing that for a little bit.
No.
But
that would be fun.
That would be something. I'd have a style, you know.
Dude.
Undeniable.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Overcooked.
It's really fun. They added a bunch of new because I don't think sushi was in the last game and stuff like that. They added a bunch of new.
There's like rice boilers and shit.
Yeah, rice boilers are in here. There's
like,
I don't know
steamed
what
buns.
Yeah, there's stuff you have to put it in a mixer with flour, and then you put it in a
steamer pot.
Not even. It's not a pot. It's like. The things like snake charmers use to their snakes are in it. It's like that thing. I don't know what that is called.
That's how you make.
I'm not into
dim
the
sum
Asian cuisine. To say the least. So that is how those materials get made. But it's been a lot of fun. There is online multiplayer. I don't know if that was in the last game. I don't think it was.
No.
Not the most active community.
No.
I played a few games and like it took a while to find a lot of them.
That's fair. But if me and you ever wanted to play, we could just pop in.
Yeah, you can pop in. You can play. Yeah, you could definitely do that where you two are on a team against 2 other people.
Oh, cool.
So,
Competitive.
and you do like both you were playing local against 2 other people. You can do that. And stuff like that. And there's a lot of good quality of life stuff, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think we're on the 5th world, so we're pretty close. Then the overarching story is dumb but like fun, and it's fun.
About the same as the first, then.
Yeah, it's actually cuter than the first. Like the first, you were like trying to get good enough to fight the meatball or whatever.
Yeah, you have to like go back in time so that you could learn chef skills.
This one, they found, what is it called? I'm gonna spoil a bunch of jokes for the first thing. No, I guess I won't.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Good.
So it's got a cute little story, and I enjoy it.
To segue a little bit, you mentioned being in a funk.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. I've been there. Right. I guess you could say I'm in one right now because I'm not playing anything.
Well, that's not by choice.
Yeah. But do you think Spider-Man,
100%, I'm getting in Spider-Man.
Pulling you out.
If Spider-Man has a doable platinum, I'll do it.
Spider-Man is gonna web sling you right out of that funk.
I'm real. Oh, I don't think I used that.
It was slinging.
But like, Spider-Man is definitely like I'm the most.
There just hasn't. You think there just hasn't been that thing?
Not really, because with even games like that I was really excited for, like Detroit, I never like finished. I mean, I also didn't like Detroit, but like I'm trying to finish it now and play through it. And what was the other one I never got around to playing? There was something else that I
Persona.
Persona was last year,
yeah.
but also like Octopath, I kind of just faded off on that one, and I got.
I was the same way though, and I think that there's.
I don't know if that's necessarily the game itself, and also I haven't been like playing last year I would have bought Dead Cells day 1 and Hollow Knight day 1. I'm not like hopping into them.
Cool.
Super. I've also been playing Fortnite a lot less, but also I feel like that's partially because it's a lot of conflagration of factors. I'm not sure that I use that word properly.
Well, we both just started new jobs and shit. So
yeah, that too.
We're both not on as much right now. Once we settle in, it'll be different. But you mentioned you might pick up Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about either picking up Hollow Knight or Dead Cells. You suggested Hollow Knight.
I think you'll like Hollow Knight a lot more.
Mm-hmm. My only worry about that is I know like Dead Cells is everybody calls it a roguelite Metroidvania hybrid kind of thing with Dead Cells, right? That's what everybody says.
It's really not. It has like 2 Metroidvania mechanics.
Okay, all right.
It's much more of a roguelite. It plays like a Castlevania.
Yeah. But my only worry with Hollow Knight is that I'm gonna play that and then not want to play Guacamelee at the end of the month.
I see.
Yeah,
because you're pretty hyped for 2.
Like I'm really like I love the first Guacamelee.
I like it too.
And is it coming out? Is it coming out on Switch like day and date? I don't know that.
I'm not sure.
But I would definitely because I played the first one on Vita, so I want to.
I forget all about Guacamelee. That's coming out like what, next week?
2 weeks I think.
Damn.
Yeah, 28.
Got a lot to play this month.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
I'll have to get around to that later. I could see that if you wanted something to just dip your toes into and something that isn't as much of a commitment.
Oh, the Life is Strange knockoff game. What the fuck was that called? Awesome Adventures of Captain Underpants.
Captain Spirit.
Yeah, that one I didn't play. That game was free.
I downloaded it.
So,
I haven't played it
I never
yet.
finished. Like I can go back now. I never finished the what's the 2-player split screen game that you guys did?
Oh, Way Out.
A Way Out.
You've named like a bunch of 6 out of 10 games, and I'm kind of like those. Like it's not really a big deal that you didn't play them.
I didn't play Unraveled either, and like.
Like all right, I get it, but like. For me, like, those games would feel more like obligated. Like, if you told me I needed to finish Octopath, I'd be like, oh, I guess. Like, I'm playing it sort of, but I feel like when you start forcing yourself to go through your backlog...
Well, I don't want to have to, like, a game has to be a 9 or better for me to
no,
but
you
don't,
if you don't feel compelled, then you're not really in a funk. It's just like, there's nothing right now that it's whatever. It's like, I get that way with, Octopath, I'm taking a break on. And that's kind of when I fall back onto WoW and Destiny. When I get into those, and I'm totally in a little funk right now too, because there just hasn't been any releases that I'm really excited about.
I've been playing a bunch of that's the other thing. I haven't been playing a bunch of Fortnite either. I have not been playing a bunch of Fortnite. So like that's.
You've also got hundreds and hundreds of hours in Fortnite.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I always think that's a good not a good sign, but a good thing that the clock on that game is broken, so I never know how many actually put in there.
We all got post E3 postpartum gamer funk for E3.
Sure.
Well, like last year, like I'm looking at my PSN profiles now. Last year I played Gravity Rush 2. That's not like but I stuck through and finished that game. Same thing with Resident Evil 7. I don't think that's like the best.
You also probably have more time on your hands.
Maybe that's true. Prey. What else I got on here?
But you fucking
those are
love
better
Prey.
games.
I really did love them. Lost Legacy, people don't really talk about that much.
I talk about
Why
it
don't you play
constantly.
Dark Souls Remastered?
Pyre.
There you go.
I seen who was it? Daniel Dwyer or
Those
somebody
games
else.
are so
He's playing
good.
both at the same time.
No, he said it, he's like Dark Souls Remastered is really the Dark Souls of remastered games. I thought that was fucking good. Persona, yeah, I never finished. But early in the year, I played Shadow of the Colossus all the way through, and I love that. I played Far Cry 5 all the way through. I fucking did not like that
I
game.
don't like that game.
And stuff like that. And God of War, I did like. But God of War, if I wasn't a funk, I feel like I might have like tried platinuming it or tried to do all the Valkyrie stuff.
I'm gonna go through New Game Plus and get the platinum.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna do that. No chance.
Not like this month because I'm reviewing Divinity 2 and I'm reviewing WoW, so I have those 2 games to play all month.
Also, I tried this. I started Divinity and never even tried to play.
We got so into it.
Death of the Outsider.
Oh my god.
Divinity 2 is so fucking good, dude. Maybe on sale one day. Maybe I'll let you borrow it. I'm gonna get it physical. So
maybe.
Cool.
But yeah, I am going back through Detroit. Turned out I was like 50% of the way through that game. It wasn't like 75% of the way.
That sucks.
So
A lot more shit to deal with.
dude,
it only gets worse.
There was this scene where I was it's like it's campy when it happens, all right? So like when you're playing Uncharted and he's swinging from vine branches and he's fucking going over bridges and he's on the Jeep and I'm gonna keep doing this until you stop
it.
No, you can.
And but like throughout when he's alone, he's like, "Whoa, that was a hard jump," and he's just saying that to himself, and it keeps you engaged, it keeps you entertained.
Sure.
Detroit is the most egregious example of a game that doesn't do that. Like I'm walking around as Marcus and like going through this like back alley thing and like trying to, and he's like doing these like, I mean, I guess he's not a human, but he's doing like these like crazy jumps and flips and shit like that. That number one aren't that engaging. Number two are like kind of boring. I guess those are the same thing. Engaging combat.
Boring and boring.
But like he'll do like this crazy jump. Just look at it. Silence.
Oh, good.
And it's all right. Then you walk on. And there was this moment I was playing at like 12:31, and it was like kind of, and it was dark. And then you're going like this sewer tunnel basically, and this fucking woman like just like jump scare runs by you. He doesn't acknowledge it at all. And like I get that he's a robot, but like what the fuck?
Really
it's so dumb.
Driving that home.
Like I'm just like,
you have not even gotten to the memes, dude. There's so much meme potential in that game. I'd say around 70% mark, you're gonna start being like, wow, this is way worse than I fathomed.
And like just going back to the old stuff, I remember that being a problem. Like I remember specifically there were two things in like when I first played it. Like the first thing when you're cleaning the dude's house at the beginning,
it takes like 30 minutes.
And it takes 30 minutes of just like nobody talking, and it's so weird. And then also you don't care if I spoil this game, right?
I've already got it. I've watched the whole playthrough.
Oh, okay. Wait, the part where Marcus dies and then he's like coming out of the graveyard or whatever, and fucking like there's like literally like crazy bodies and stuff like coming at him, and they're like, save me or something like that.
Oh my God.
And then like he gets like another robot's like hearing aid or something, and he's like, all right, got it, and then just walks out. And then he climbs up. They try to make it epic. They climbs up this like mountain, and he's like, I'm Marcus or something like that. And
oh my
it's
God.
so just
have you
cheesy.
beaten it once?
No, I've never beat it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No.
You were talking about
this is when I first played it. I remember those two moments specifically.
You're continuing that playthrough.
But yeah, I'm continuing that playthrough.
You ain't seen nothing.
I'm
yet,
about like
boy.
60% of the way through and stuff.
Boy.
So, like yeah, and like the other thing is I hate Connor the most of all the characters.
Connor's
that you
the
play.
best.
But like I don't like him. He's
the
annoying.
best.
But like
he's cute.
Maybe, but also I feel like maybe that's because he talks the most because he's always interacting with other people, as opposed to Marcus, who only interacted with his painter guy who died, and then Kara, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
She only interacts with the kid, and kids suck, so like have to deal with that. But like, yeah.
Okay, well enjoy.
Detroit's not good, but I'm a person.
Not the game to play.
I want to roll credits on something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
But that has been our show, episode 66 of the Current Game Podcast. My name is Charles Blades. You can find me on Twitter at CharlesToThe and on Instagram at CharlesToThe, hashtag Charlie's1Minute Reviews. We have Cheyenne Clark. Where can the people find you?
I'm on Twitter at PoopFlowers.
And David.
My guy Dave on Twitter.
Coolio. You can see us all on those things. And episode 66 of the Current Gaming Podcast. Peace.